So the next step is going to be adding your fans on. You should have a box of fans, and you should have a bag of fan screws, which are going to allow you to screw each fan onto the case. First of all, get the fans out. Now take the cord away from the fan. Get your first screw ready, and then place the fan on and screw in the screw. Usually one screw will be enough to keep the fan in place, so you can go ahead and add the other screws without holding it. It's possible to add 3 screws to the fans that are on the far left and on the far right. I encourage you to do so as it keeps them in place more firmly. When you're installing fans, just make sure that the main logo is on the outside so that the fan pulls the air in and through over the video cards. When you're done with the first fan, simply repeat the process for the second fan, but with only 2 screws at the top. You want to pay attention to the location of the cable. The power cable for each fan should be located on the right hand side of the fan, consistently. And when you're ready for the third fan, just repeat the process again. Try not to lose any screws onto the motherboard or into the CPU fan. If you're concerned about the likelihood of losing a screw, you might be better off placing a piece of cardboard over the board. And when it comes to the last fan, you'll again have the opportunity to use 3 screws for this fan so that you can secure it completely to the right hand side of the frame. Now we're going to have a look at the fan cabling. We usually use a 1 to 5 SATA fan cable splitter, as we find this is the easiest way to power all fans at the same time and to keep tidy cable management. So your first step is going to be to go ahead and cable tie your 1 to 5 fan splitter. Then you want to bring all of the other fan cables together and cable tie those nicely along the bottom of the fans. Make sure you cut the ends of the cable ties to keep them tidy. We usually do a few cable ties along this to keep it nice and tidy. You'll find this can be quite a time-consuming job, but doing it well gives a nice outcome in terms of cable management. The key here is to try and make sure the length of all of the fan cables come to about the same point at the end so that you can connect them to the 1 to 5. Once you're happy with the length, the last cable tie will be used to hold up the fan cables to the fans. Once you've cable tied everything, you can connect those fan cables through to the SATA cable. Make sure you plug all 5 in. And then you're going to want to cable tie the whole thing.